back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you guys can tell by the title, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I touch up and style my wigs like day to day, from literally removing my scarf from like when I wake up to this. I added some like loose curls and loose waves to this wig, and I show you guys how I actually like touch up my baby hairs and my lace. I feel like this is something that was definitely missing on my channel at least, and was really important because I do wear my wigs for long periods of time sometimes, and even after installation, even the next day or the day after that, after you remove your scarf in the morning, your hair is not looking exactly how you left it the day before. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I do to freshen up and kind of help my wigs to look a little bit better. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I will have my Instagram link down below. The hair that I'm wearing is from Dsoar hair. I did create an entire video showing you guys how I installed this wig, leaving out my natural baby hairs. So if you want to check out that video and see like more in depth on this specific wig and hair, then I'll have that link down below for you guys. Before we get started with this video, I want to give a shout out to Sweet Drops for their Cbd Oil Drops. They did send me these over just to try and share with you guys. I believe they really just wanted me to post on Instagram, but I wanted to share with you guys and shout them out in this video in case you're interested and you want to check them out. CBD is derived from the hemp plant, but it does not have any THC in it, and it does not get you high. It just helps with anxiety, it can help with sleep, it can help improve your mood, and also help with like muscle relaxation and muscle pain. So if you guys want to try it out or check it out, I'll have them linked down below. These are pretty interesting because I've tried like CBD gummies and different like CBD kind of like edible forms, but I mean, I guess this is edible because it goes under your tongue, but these are a different form. They're actually CBD drops, and they come in this little container like this. I absolutely love the packaging too. I just think it's really cute and fun. And as you can see on the back, it tells you like the benefits of CBD. These taste really good. You don't taste any like CBD, I guess, flavor or like any of that like green leafy CBD flavor. If you've tried CBD or any type of edibles, you probably know what I'm talking about. You do not taste that with this. You just kind of taste like that fruity flavor, and it tastes really good. So if you're someone who also has been struggling with like finding a good formula or one that tastes good for you, I definitely would recommend these because these are probably the best tasting ones I've tried so far. I'll have them linked down below in case you're interested and want to check it out. But without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the hairstyling. So as you guys can see, I have my hair like in a little bun right here. I usually sleep with my hair however it is, like the day before. So if it was like in a bun or ponytail, or if it was out, I leave it out or leave it in the bun, and then I just wrap a scarf usually just like around my edges and the front of my hair, because I feel like that's the most important when I'm wearing wigs and things. And as you guys can see, when I remove it, my baby hairs and everything looks all crazy and not cute. Last night I did go ahead and like mess up my baby hairs and just touched up some spots in my lace where I felt like it was lifting or needed a bit more glue. So that is why like my baby hairs aren't really done or anything. But usually the next day in the morning and everything, my baby hairs are kind of like this, like still intact how they are. They just look a little dry and not so cute. But first we are gonna get started and fix our baby hairs. So I'm going to take this scrunchie I just had and push all the hair back so I can just literally get it out my face. Like, it looks messy. I'm not really too worried or concerned about it, but I just want the hair on my face. And then as always, I'm going to be taking a little toothbrush that I use for my baby hairs, or any like baby hair brush you have, and I'm just going to be wetting this and adding some water because I do use the Got2b glue. Yes, mine's all like empty, but I do use the Got2b glue for my baby hairs as well. And even though it's really strong and sticky and like holds really well, water is like all you need to like make it come up or get soft again. I just like to wet the brush like I mentioned. I start to brush the hair back, and then again I just keep adding a little bit more water, and I'm just gonna start like moving the baby hairs so they're not like stuck in the place. And even though it looks like I'm being rough, I'm not putting too much pressure on this because I don't want to mess up the lace. I just want like my hairs to come loose and come free of like the glue and the gel. And then I'll even like brush through the hair a little bit, as you can see, to just kind of like remove any of that extra built up gel. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing my baby hairs and forming them how I want, and that's basically what I do. I just use the water and the brush and just reshape them how I like. And I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that to the rest of them as well. And for ones that are like more intact, kind of like this one, I don't really necessarily mess them all the way up and redo them. Sometimes I just add a little bit of water to kind of reshape the edges and reshape it overall and to like get rid of some of the like excess glue. And then once I have everything pretty much how I like and shaped out just with the water, I am going to go ahead and take a little bit more of the Got2b glue. But because again, like this is kind of like pre-existing baby hairs and we're just touching it up, I'm not using as much as I would normally. And I'm just doing like a thinner layer like this. I apply a little bit and then smooth it over the hair. And it does look like a lot, but when you put the brush over it, it does lift up some of the glue. I tend to put more when I initially do my baby hairs. And because I did just wet my hair and the baby hairs and everything, and water is like the repellent of this, I like to go ahead and just let this sit for like a little second and get a little more sticky before I just brush it through, because then I feel like I'm just brushing the glue off, as to where if it sets a little bit longer and sticks into place, I'm just kind of shaping it. So I'm just gonna let this get a little bit sticky for like 1 to 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Then I just like to take my finger and I just like push the gel into the baby hairs and then use the brush to just like shape it and redistribute and smooth everything. Just like that. Just like that. And then I'm just taking my scarf, I like folded it up so it's just covering my edges like so. And I'm going to wrap this pretty tight and leave this over my baby hairs and my edges. I am going to go ahead and do something in the meantime and then come back to you guys. Okay, so now we're going to take it off. And sometimes it'll be like that, like a little stuck. But I'll just like lick it to add water and smooth it over. And now our baby hairs are looking a little more refreshed, a little more together. Okay, next I'm gonna be adding some eyeshadow to the lace and like the front hairline area, because when you're like adding water and reapplying and taking off like your baby hairs and all of that, some of like the tint and color that you originally added will fade. Like I showed in my initial like review and installation of this wig, I'm taking one shade from this palette and then also mixing it with like a shade from this palette to get more of like a closer skin tone color. And I'm just taking this really small little brush like this so I can like pack it directly where I need it to be. So I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But like areas like this, it just looks like a little pale for me. So I'll go in. And this makes such a big difference, I find, with like just the appearance of how the wig looks. Okay, I'm gonna take this hair out of this bun and we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna be adding some like loose waves to the hair. That's how I've been liking to style it. So I'm gonna start by just brushing out this hair. I love these type of brushes, especially for straight hair or wigs. It just glides through the hair so softly and so smoothly, as you can see. So I'm just gonna brush this hair out. So I'm just taking, this is like a super old straightener, guys. I believe this is like the Revlon Infinity Pro. I got this from Walmart, but this is like my second one of this. I got it before and it worked really well. So when it stopped working, I went ahead and repurchased another one. But this one's definitely on its last days. But like you guys see, I just part my hair in two sides, bring the hair to the front, and then I don't like use clips or anything. I just do this pretty quickly and easily, and I'll just take sections starting at like the bottom, brush through them again, and I am going through the hair just to like smooth it and straighten it out a little bit. And then I am just going to be starting midway towards like the ends and just adding a little curl with a straightener. If you guys don't know how to curl hair with a straightener, I'll leave a tutorial down below, and there's like lots of tutorials on YouTube, but I find it to be like one of the easiest ways. So it creates a little bouncy curl like this, as you guys can see, and I'm just going to flip it to the back and keep working The goal isn't really to have like curls or curly hair. I'm going to want in the end for it to be like really just like wavy and have some body and volume to it. But I do start by just creating some curls like this, just at like the ends. And then for the pieces that are like around the face and in the front of the face, I'm not so much like curling it. I am at the ends, but I am taking it like this and kind of just like bumping the hair, because I'm not completely wrapping the hair around it until I get to the ends, and then I'm gonna actually curl it. But I'm just kind of like bumping and pulling the hair like away from the face so that when it falls, it's going to create like this swoop kind of effect. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And to add some volume with like this piece right here, because I like it to be more like voom voom, you know, I'm gonna start parting it like right here. I'm actually gonna like bump and add some volume to the root of the hair. So I'm gonna part it into these like little sections and literally just bump it like this and then take it like that. And as you can see, it literally like lifts the hair. Like it'll make it lift and stay, and I'll just like leave it like that. And I do like a few sections, and I'm just brushing it so the hair is really nice and smooth, straightening, and then bumping it over, letting it go. And because when I sleep with the scarf, obviously my hair is like really flat and set, so this just helps add some of that volume back, which I love. And be sure you do that before you curl or add your waves to like your last piece, so that you don't end up actually messing up the curls or anything. And if you wanted to like stay more, you could add like hairspray or something. I'm gonna part this last piece in 2 sections because I think I'm gonna make more of a curl out of this one, and then kind of just bump this little front section. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna take this, and we are just going to, like last time, kind of just like bump it away from the face. And really just curling like the very ends of this piece, like so, like that. So with everything freshly curled, this is what it looks like. I am gonna like let this sit and kind of just stay like this for about 10 to 15 minutes, but I'm gonna come back to you guys in a few minutes and show you guys the final products that I put on my hair to just set it into place and kind of loosen up these curls and give it that final look that we're going for. Okay guys, so it's been a few minutes. The only reason I like to wait a little while is because I feel like if you directly like brush out or comb out your curls right away, then like they fall a little bit more. So I like to kind of like leave them how they are and then brush through them a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna like separate them really, and like separate the hair a little bit, like so. Just kind of separate how some of the curls are. Go like this with my fingers to still keep that shape though, and to not completely like destroy them or like pull them out. And then I am going to be taking some of this Sgx Nyc Finishing Spray. I guess it's kind of like a hairspray, but it's really, really light, and it honestly just puts a really nice scent in the hair, but does hold it a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spritz a little bit of this on the hair, but when I do it, I'm gonna like lift the hair up, go like this, like so, and then I'm gonna scrunch up just to really lock all these curls and waves into place how they are. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. So that is basically that. I'm gonna continue to like separate the curls a little bit and move them how I want, but that is basically the final result. The only other thing I will do sometimes is spray some of the spray Got2b glue on like my lace. And sometimes I like to do this like after I apply that powder and at the end of like my style to really just help that lace kind of melt back into the skin and get rid of like that powdery look. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like 360. I love how these waves turned out, and I've been loving this style with this wig. This is kind of like my everyday go-to look, and it's so easy. You guys saw how quick it took to actually curl the hair. It takes me more time to actually like freshen up my baby hairs and do like the front, but it's pretty quick and easy to just add these waves and curls into the hair. But this is basically it, guys. That is how I take care of my hair, style it, and retouch it up day to day. At night, like I showed in the beginning of the video, I just put a scarf really around my hairline, so around the front, and I'll just like brush and push everything back. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll have it linked down below in case you guys want to connect with me a little bit more. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.